Question 5. Why were some books included in the Bible and others excluded? Who decided that the Gospel of Thomas wasn't worthy, or that the Book of Enoch was too dangerous? Were we given the full truth, or only what certain people wanted us to have? Question 6. What did Jesus write in the sand when the woman caught in adultery was thrown at his feet? That moment was powerful enough to change lives, but the Bible never says what he wrote. Was it a name, a sin, a secret? Why did you leave that part blank? Question 7. What is the true meaning of the book of Revelation? Is it a prophecy of the end, a mirror of human fear, or a roadmap for all generations? For centuries, people have tried to decode it. But maybe, God, you meant it to be a mystery on purpose, one that reveals more about us than about you. Question 8. How much of the Bible was written by divine inspiration, and how much by human influence? Was every word dictated by you? Or did you work through flawed people who added their culture, their bias, their limited view of the world? If so, what parts should we challenge, and what parts should we never question? Question 9. Why did you use so much symbolism and poetry instead of speaking plainly? Wouldn't it have been easier if the Bible just gave us straight answers? Why parables, metaphors, and visions that need decoding? Were you hiding truth or protecting it from being misunderstood? And finally, question 10. Why didn't you make the Bible crystal clear on major moral issues? Slavery, war, women's roles, sexuality. People use the same verses to argue opposite sides. Why didn't you spell it out clearly once and for all? But here's the twist. Even with all these questions, even with all the controversy, confusion, and contradiction, the Bible still changes lives. It still brings hope. It still speaks. So maybe the point isn't to solve the Bible. Maybe it's to let it shape us. Maybe the questions are the journey, and maybe, just maybe, God is still answering, not in black and white ink, but in the quiet places of our soul. Would you still ask your 10 questions, or would you dare to listen for the answers? If you could stand before God and ask 10 questions about the Bible, would you dare? Because let's face it, the Bible is not just a holy book. It's a battlefield, a puzzle, a lifeline, a mystery wrapped in sacred language, historical controversy, and spiritual power. And while it's been read for centuries, studied by scholars, and preached in every language, there are questions that still haunt us. Questions we whisper, but rarely dare to ask out loud. Question 1. God, why did you allow so many different interpretations of your word? If the Bible is your truth, why do millions of believers disagree, sometimes violently, about what it actually says? Why does one verse justify war and the same verse inspire peace? Did you intend for your word to be this open to interpretation? Or did we twist it to suit our own agendas? Question 2. Did you really create the universe in 6 days? Was Genesis a historical report or a divine metaphor? Some call it science, others call it story. But which is it? Or could it be both? Are we missing the point because we are too busy debating the method instead of honoring the message? Question 3. Why are there contradictions in the Bible? One gospel says Judas died by hanging, another says he fell and burst open. Did you allow these discrepancies to test our faith? Or are they the fingerprints of fallible human hands? Question 4. What happened to Jesus between age 12 and 30? 18 years, completely silent. Why? What was so important that it was left out? What were you protecting us from? Or was it something you wanted us to search for on our own?